Hello there, it's Lee from Yorvik Outdoors. Finally getting to go back out again for a cheeky one-nighter. A few things have changed since I was last out in about April, I think it was, or May, when I went out with the lads and went to the Lake District. New van, first thing. You can see. You might not be able to see from where you are, but it is. So I'll go around that when I get parked up. Plan is go up to a place where I've always wanted to go to. It's a waterfall. It's in Pennines, right near the Pennine Way, and probably camp in the car park tonight. Go for a walk, bit of a scenic drive on the way there, so we'll stop and film a bit on the way there. It's a little bit of a walk, and it's not anything really. So we'll have a walk down to it, have a bit of filming down there, and have a walk around when we're down there. Like I say, once I'm parked up, I'll show you around the new van and show you why I haven't been making videos, because all my time and effort has been going into this. So we're back out, and hopefully this is the start of a few new videos, so I'll bring you back at the next point of interest. So this is one of the first stops on the way. This is sort of above, well, it's above Hexham in Northumberland. It's one of the highest points in Northumberland. I don't know if that's official, but it certainly is very high. We'll take a walk up and see what that is, but first of all we're going to walk along to the end of these trees. I'm trying to shield the camera from the wind as much as I can. That's where I'm parked. I'm just going to show you this view. Best foot wind. That chimney there, sorry, is Langley Smelt Mill chimney. A lasting memory to lead. A lot of lead mining in this area. I'll mind my finger, sorry. Hopefully there's not too much wind. So this quaint little pub here is just above a village called Hayden Bridge. It's called the Cart's Bog, although the signs, the paint's been worn away. As you can see, the car park's full, does great food, good beer, and if you're up in Northumberland and you're looking for somewhere to stay, the Cart's Bog is a great place to visit for some food. We've dropped down what are commonly known as the Whitfield Bends. Basically, the zigzag up this hill to the Cart's Bog, which will be over that way, where we've just stopped and looked at. There's zero wind down here, probably because of the trees. But then, obviously, if you're coming down, they're really steep. I wasn't going to film coming down because I was driving, but there's a lot of people come along here, they're coming down this way, and this crash bar here, I mean, I've lived up here a lot of years. That crash bar is relatively new. That wasn't there. There's loads of cars gone straight on and ploughed into that wall over the years, and unfortunately there was a gentleman on a cycle and he was coming down there as well. And if you were trailing your brakes, obviously your brakes will heat up, and he hit the wall and unfortunately passed away. So that was a sad story, but I'm just going to take you onto the bridge now and show you the river. This is the River Allen, running from Allendale. That's a spectacular view. How's about that view? Well, that is fantastic. It really is a beautiful part of the world. like I say, people go along the Roman wall when they visit Northumberland, but this is where you want to be, up round here. The places where the people don't come. Loads of places to walk. Good fishing in these rivers, but it costs a fortune to fish. There's obviously the salmon and everything running in it, so you're into the thousands. Beautiful. So back up at that spot where I showed you that chimney, I forgot to mention, there's a thing called ham radios, where you can get a licence and you can like talk to each other all over the world. There weren't any there today, probably because of the wind, but normally they go up and set massive aerials up. And just hang on a minute, there's a couple of cars coming past. They set a couple of aerials up and do ham radios from there, but there weren't any to show you today. I'll jump back in the van and we'll carry on. Initially we're heading to Alston, and then from Alston over towards Middleton on Teesdale. But before we get there we're going to go to, well, we're not going to Middleton on Teesdale, we're going to High Force Waterfalls. But I'll stop on the way if I see anything else that I think might be of interest. This is another pub we used to come to. When we were young lads we used to share the driving, take turns at driving, and we do a bit of a pub crawl. Back up that road about a quarter of a mile there's a turn that goes up and over the hills to the place that I used to live, and we'll go back that way tomorrow and I'll show you. But this pub's called the Elk's Head. It's another good pub. If you're in Northumberland, have a look for it. It's in a little village called Whitfield. Well worth coming into. A bit more of a localist pub, but it's still a nice pub, does good food. And 9 miles to Alston. I've had to come around the back of this building, the little quarried area where they've built, they probably took the stone to build some local houses, to be fair. There's another one just over there, literally just here like, but it's crazy windy. But I think I'm going to stay here for night. The wind's meant to drop, it'll be a bit nicer to show you in the morning. I went to High Force Waterfalls and it's £3 for 3 hours or £6 for 6 hours to park. Fair enough. £1.70 to view. I didn't have any change, I had to use the phone. You have to phone up, give your credit card details, and I don't like doing that, so I've abandoned it. Plus it's £1.70 as well to see a natural phenomenon, and I just don't agree with that. Everybody should be able to see stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I'm going to try and take you around the edge of this building and show you the reservoir, but it's going to be really noisy. I keep losing my hat. I've just got this jacket, 100% windproof, waterproof, breathable, it's belting, love it, it's absolutely awesome. It's north 56 degrees 4, whatever that means, but it looks like they do some really good stuff. Into that for some new stuff, but yeah, it's got tags on. It's like it's never been used, so I've been looking around to see if there was any more, because it's that good. I bought it to use on my push bike. Sorry, there's rocks under my feet, I'm falling all over. But it's too good. It's too good to do that with. So I'm gonna see if they're in another one. I've got a eBay for 30 quid. Apparently they're about 100 quid when they're new, so I'm well chuffed. Right, I'll take you around there and see if we can't get a picture at reservoir. Feeling that, like I say, wind's meant to drop later. There's only me and one other person in a camper, and I don't know whether they're staying or not, or whether they're just here for Dave, so we'll see about that one. But right, prepare for some noise. Okay, so this is it. I'm still using this building as a bit of shelter. I'll doing my best because I know it's horrible. Nears wind. I'll turn me around before I lose it. I'll take you out con. I'll try and cover the mic up so it doesn't make too much wind, just to show you where I am. Too bad. I haven't put me out like that to be groovy, honest, it's because I keep losing it. See something glistening over there. I don't know if there's another entrance in. Oh, we've got something behind it. Yeah, I think I've got the cars over there. I wonder if you can get over there. The road does go over that way, but it says no entry. Anyway, this is Cow Green Reservoir. That's where we're at. I'm going to slow walk up to the van and I'll have a chilling van for a bit. It does say about tea time, about 5-6 o'clock it's going to calm down. So we'll have a mosey around if that happens. Alright, I'll bring you back. So I'm back in the van because it's crazy windy. Now I was going to do a full tour from outside to in, but what I'll do is I'll just show you inside now. So it's a Vauxhall Vivaro that a friend of mine has been kind enough to do. I helped pass some tools and that, but that's about it. So we've got a roof lighting, which looks bigger on camera than what it is, but it's perfect size anyway. We've got lights, 4 lights. We've got a cool box. I haven't got any yet. But I'm going to get some of them blue things what you freeze at home, put them in. I'm actually running the cool box off the engine, so it's been going there about 2 hours because I've been out road for 2 hours, so it'll be freezing in there, and I haven't opened it. There's some sausages and the bits and pieces in there, which will be cold providing I don't open it too much. That's just a little thing, a little drawer. Might end up changing that yet, but I don't know. These here are cargo nets, 2 up there and 1 in that corner, and telly's going there. That's the control panel for the solar panel. That's a carbon monoxide, and that is just the control switches for the flick the electric on. Basically, it's mucky. I've never even cooked on it yet. It just attracts so much dust. I've never even cooked on it, and look at it. Sink unit. Pull that open. Some pans up there. Clean water. Going into grey water, so just have to keep an eye on that grey water because obviously the clean water's bigger, and you've got get the dust. You've got a bottle under there, firing them. Grey carpet on the floor. 4-way stretch carpet there, so that's just a quick run round really. In my bed's here, so yeah, cushy, love it. Got some friendly neighbours moved in next door. I actually just woke up. I've had a kip, and that van was here when I came. I probably showed you it, but that van's tipped up now, and they both look set in for the night, so I'm unexpectedly going to be having company. I didn't think anybody else would be down here, but yeah, it doesn't matter. That's what it's for, innit? To enjoy. brightening up. Well, I'm saying that. Look at that cloud. But they're blowing over quickly, to be fair. Oh, as you can hear, the wind's calmed down, actually, quite a lot. Blue skies over there. But, I mean, it's still quite bad, but it's definitely not as bad as what it was. And that's the view of tonight. So tonight's culinary delight is minestrone soup, noodles, and half a chopped garlic sausage in there. And it looks bloody lovely. Good, wholesome, filling food. That'll do me. And then there were two. So the Italian guys over there still here. But I just nipped up to Lou, and that guy passed me on the way down. He had a camera in his hand. I seen him floating about a couple of hours ago. So he's been out a good 2 or 3 hours taking photos. But he's decided to go, so it looks like it's just me and these people's. I think it's Italian, I can't see. Anyway, we'll catch you up in a bit. Morning. Up with the larks this morning, sort of. Tired look, you can see. I had a good night's sleep. The wind died down well enough to get a good night's sleep. Oh, hey. Yeah, it's 22 minutes past 7, but what I'm going to do is, it looks like you can get to the dam wall, so we're going to have a drive over there and see if we can see that. Okay. So see where that camper van's parked? That was going to be my spot until I found that other place. That's your view to wake up to in the morning. I'm only going too close because I don't want to disturb you. Look at that. Wow. To be fair, I think I had the better spot. So, coming over here. I'm going to take a look here. I don't know if the camera does it justice. This is, I think it's a 1 in 28 or something hill. It's blooming steep. Sorry for the movement. But it's not picking it up. I don't know why it's running so dark today, this camera. So here we are on top of the steel, and down there not only is an art gallery but steel farm, east and west steel. Well, this is what I've come to show you. One for Steve Frog Moon. Just back that off. Quite damp in here, so I'll have to go careful. Stone circle. I thought I'd have to come here and show this off. I know Steve likes his stone circles, bit of a pagan. Now that is the result of wind. That tree is still alive. It's gone like that. Sorry if there's a bit of wind noise, but these stones were the talk of Barden Mill, which is where I grew up. Talk of witchcraft, paganism, sacrifices. These two in the middle. But realistically, I knew someone from the village just down from here, and according to him, it was that farmer that put them up. Very possibly a bit of a something to come and look at. He might have been a bit of a hippie as a kid or something. But yeah, that's what it was. That's the hill we've just come down. Here's the van. So yeah, they've been up since I moved up here anyway, which was 1990 when I moved up here. Yeah, a bit of interest. I love it up here, I'm not gonna lie. I come up here all the time. I used to always want to move up here when I was a kid. I said, oh, it's beautiful. But hang on, I'll show you. Just one sec. Yeah, I always wanted to own that farm. It's a bit, one sec. Yeah, it's a bit wild up here, but it's rugged and I just love it. So onwards to Allen Banks and we'll go for a walk along there. Right over there is Barkham Fell, yeah? I don't know where my finger is, sorry. And just above my finger there is the house that I grew up in when I lived up here. It's absolutely stunning and it looks across this valley. It's a massive house. I was so privileged to live there. But that's it, that's called Barkham Fell. It's beautiful. One or two grouse kicking about. All bred to be shot. It's a travesty. But to be fair, they do eat them, so shouldn't complain too much. They're just dumb. The second dumbest bird in the world. The dumbest being the pigeon. What a dumb bird a pigeon is. I'll shut this now because we're off for a walk. If you haven't already seen it. I've got some curtains coming. They're in the post. Little teddy bears in window. Gotta have a teddy bear in window. Marco Simoncelli, who sadly passed away at Valentino Rossi, big fan of. Put that on. I just liked it, sort of Celtic-ish. And that was a Chinese proverb, I believe. It's better to see something once than to hear about it 1,000 times. Get yourself a camper and go see it. Don't let everybody tell you how good it is. So, a very kind couple give me a parking ticket because it's lasting till 12 o'clock and it's only what, about 9:30 now. She's also reliably informed me, because I told her I haven't been up here for about 20 years, that you can only get so far along here at a minute. 2 years ago there was severe flood damage. So I'll spin it around, we'll have a walk, we'll see what we can see and see how far we get. So this is where we are. That's a new map printed on top, so I take it that's where you can get at the minute. you can get. We used to bring our dogs along here, 2 Labradors, and they were used to swim, but I'm taking it that we're not going to be able to get to where I was thinking, but let's see. That takes you on a different walk up there, takes you across. We're going down here. That is one tall tree. So yeah, this has definitely changed. This path has been widened, flattened, had stone put down. It was a welly job when you came along here before, usually, because it was just a mucky track, and all that has been pushed back because you were battling through undergrowth. But then again, there was only locals really used to come here, but now they're obviously advertising it and you're getting people coming from all over, so to make it more accessible, and why not? I think we'll have to climb up in a minute a little bit, so. But what a beautiful place. I've missed not coming along here. A lot of dog walkers do come along here, but that's not a problem really. It's clean. There's no dog poo. There's no hanging dog bags, which is a personal favourite of mine. Not really. So yeah, you don't mind. Alright, we ain't gone very far at all, because we're about a quarter of the way to where I thought. So up the stairs it is. Blowing a bit. Oh. Yeah, that was a climb. Stairs are steep. Right, work out where we're at. Carry on that way. Nice breeze. So that path came up at them last stairs I showed you, and it goes off up there. You can't really see it, but it does. That's a red climb. This one's not so bad. So that's the river. We climbed a good bit there. Now we're going back down. See where it brings. I've never been along here before. It bends round in a minute, bends to the right, and I'll just walk to there and then I'll have a walk back. But instead of going down them steps, I'll carry on, go down them first lot of steps, a bit different scenery. It actually drops down to the river again, I think. Let's have a look. Wow, really opening out now. No one behind us, but I guess there will be soon. It's a popular walk. It's still quite early. That's the path I was expecting to come in on. To be fair, I think we can probably get down there. It's a well-trodden path. Now, through them trees you can see, where's my hand? There. Now I have gone back along that path once. I was a young lad, and it's a nightmare where it was. It might have been opened up a bit more since. That goes off up there, I don't know where it goes. I'm just going to carry on to this corner. Yeah, there's a bridge. I don't know if we're past the bridge or the bridge is further ahead. And we went back that way. Wait, there is a path. It was not a very used path, and I remember it being an absolute mare. It's probably been opened up now, but yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful. Oh, I can smell the pine. They must have been cutting trees down. It actually smells like someone's having a fire. But it might just be people cutting trees down, but gorgeous smell of pine. So that there is where we used to take dogs. That's quite deep, that. It's fast flowing at minutes. We've had a hell of a lot of rain, but normally it's not as fast flowing as that. I thought dogs are stick would go out there. I remember we did it once. We had a dog called Ben and Jenna. Jenna was mint, but Ben got to the other side on that stone and he wouldn't come back, so we had to wade over and get him. But like I say, it wasn't anywhere near as big then. The closer I get, it's definitely wood, so there could be some wild campers in here somewhere. It's definitely smoke, sorry, off a fire, not just pine. So the path down the bottom's gone now, there's only this one. Still nobody. Relatively quiet, like I say, but imagine a bit later everyone will be walking the Sunday lunches off along here. Sure enough, we have found it. Fishing and camping by it looks. Yeah, so there's a couple of lads there, wild camping. To be fair to them, they're making a good job. They're not leaving a trace, so good on them. Just had a nice chat with them. Been here last night. They're not filming. I've told them to get filming. They've had a tarp, propped it up at both ends, a bit like the old tents, and then covered it with leaves so you couldn't see it, and had a bit of a fire, cooked off at fire. Anyway, I'm going to turn the camera around, get off my ugly mug and show you what's here. So this is actually, I think, where we used to bring the dogs. Not along there, I've got it wrong. It's a long time since I've been, but you know, what a beautiful place. So this is, I showed you that bridge yesterday with the cars crashing. This is the same water that's running from there, the River Allen. There's some wild stones. Have a walk up there. A bit of a breeze there, hopefully it's not affecting the filming too much. I love a little waterfall thing here. Oh. Looking upriver. Just awesome. So it goes off up there, but this is the corner that I said. So yeah, two young lads camping, wild camping. Told them, get in, good lads, out and about, making their own shelter out of a tarp. Awesome. They've had a bit of a fire, but fair enough. They put it out. That's what they were doing when I got there, pouring loads of water on it, so they know what they're doing. So I might see them again. I've told them to get filming. But I knew I could smell wood burning. Wow. Bit of a hill. I do not know what that call is. I don't think it's a rook, it might be. But that is probably a call saying there's somebody coming, i.e. me. I said I wasn't going to film coming back because you've already seen this, so I'll knock it off. Ah, so there are the steps we came up. But we're carrying straight on. Got a nice breeze coming in off that field, it's lovely. Because I'm a bit warm. A bit climbing back there. Past a few people now, it's getting busier. Another blustery day. I think it's turned. I think it's... Oh, that's not weird. Look at that. That's a big old oak. The top of that tree, that says wow, that's a tall tree. Here comes the rain. Oh, we're nearly back at the van. Not in the world. back. Well, I'll just do a quick roundup. As you can see, I'm back home. Had a really good weekend. I'd like to have done more walking on Saturday, but it was just I mean, it was knocking me off my feet, windy. But it was a lovely place to park, and then we got that walking on today, Sunday, up at Allen Banks, and I've really enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Really enjoyed making another video, which I haven't done for a while. So, job's a good one, and hopefully to many more. Catch you soon.